Hypertext are text which contain links to other text. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you basics of HTML in context of web development. An HTML is an hypertext markup language. It is used to structure a website. I'm going to discuss the beginner detail to detail function and attributes of HTML in this video. And I'll be giving you nice tips that will skyrocket your process in web development. So just stick around to the end of this video. Without more to say, let's dive straight into today's video. So in today's video, I'm going to be using my notepad to write some code. The first code that we are going to be writing is what we call an HTML opening and closing tag. And this helps the computer to recognize the file as an HTML file. So after we have successfully written this, the next thing that we want to write is the header, which it is represented as head. And the head also has its closing tag as well. And after this, I want to write the body. The body also has an opening and closing tag. And after I've successfully written this, I'm just going to write one more code that will be able to differentiate my header. So I just go ahead and I add something that we call a title. The title also has an opening and closing tag as well. So if you want to know more about an explanation of all these codes, you stick around to the ending of this video. I'm going to be giving you detail to detail on how you can get this done. So I just add the tag, the title tag, and I just close the title again. The title also has a closing tag. Now that this is said and done, let's just write simple code. So on this title, I'm just going to put my name. Amao Joseph site. So the next thing that I want to do now is that I want to come to my body. This title is going to represent the title of our web page. And I'm going to come to my body and I'm going to write a little code or a few codes. I'm just going to write it as H1, H1, which is the header one. And the header one also has a closing tag as well. So I just want to write I am Joseph in my first HTML tag. I just go ahead and I write another one. I can just go ahead and write my H2, which is my header 2. My header 2 also has a closing tag as well. So I just call this page 2. And I want to write software development, software developer, developer. Now, I want to write one more thing. I want to write my skills. I just go ahead and I write my skills as my H3. So I go ahead and I create another button, right? And I just go ahead and I write my H3, my header 3, which has a closing, my header 3, and I just call this my skill, my skills. Right. So this alone will not represent my skill well. So I want to put another tag, which we call the UL. It will help to organize the website. We have organized and another one which will not organize the site. But I'm going to use one of both now. I'm just going to use the UL, which also has its closing tag as well. And after this one, I'm just going to create another attribute. I'm just going to call this one my L1. My Li rather, Li, and my Li also has its own closing tag, Li, Li. Don't forget, all these codes and attributes will be properly explained on this channel, so you want to stay close to this channel. Ensure you subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification icon, because why? Once I release the video, you will be the first to be notified. So the first thing that I want to write here now, I will just write software development. Development as my skill, as my skill. So with these codes that we have written, it's enough to give us something nice on our web page. So what I want to do now is that I want to go to my Chrome and I want to go to what we call a visual code editor website. And this is the visual code editor website. You can go ahead to visualstudio.com. So after I successfully done that, I'm just going to download my visual code. So after, it's a normal installation for you to download the visual code. Once you go ahead and you download the visual code, you just come to my home page. So here I just click on download for Windows, or I just click this drop down menu and I see Windows and I see Mac and I see this other one, and I just go ahead and I click on this table. You can go ahead and click this table. That one is more stable and it's going to be very nice for your code. So don't touch this inside, just go ahead and you click on this table and it's going to download. It's a normal process for installation. After you successfully installed it, I just come over to my desktop and I create something. I create a folder. So I create a folder and I name the folder sample my texting site. My texting site, texting site. And this is the folder that we will be using to do all the tutorials that we'll be doing on this channel. So you better stick around. So if I go ahead and I create this and I just go ahead and I open it, if I successfully open this, I want to create a folder inside this my texting site, and I'll just go ahead and I'll click on create a new folder, and I call this one my name, Amo Joseph site. So the next thing that I want to do is just to open my code editor, and I just go ahead and I'll open the file. I'll open a new file. I open a new file. So here it's telling me to select a language. To select a language, but I want to save my work first. I just go ahead and I click on Ctrl S, or you just come over to File and you click on Save. So once you have successfully saved this, I'll just import the code that I written here into my site, into my code editor, and it's going to give me what I want. So I just go ahead and I look for my sample site that I'm using my texting site. So I just go ahead and I open my Amo Joseph and I type this. I just name this index.html. So after I successfully name this, I just go ahead and I click on save. So after I saved it and I just write a simple code like HTML, you see it already recognized that the file is an HTML file, and this is the beginner code that it will bring for you as an HTML document. So I just go ahead and I clear this and I come back into my notepad. I just go ahead and I copy all of this work that I did. I just go ahead and I copy this, come back into my code and I just paste this. If I go ahead and I save this, if whenever you see a white, sometimes if you are using an atom or you are using a different code editor, it could be blue, it could be green, you just go ahead and you click on save, or you come to this side and you click on save. So after you successfully done that, I just come back into my file, into my texting file. I just go ahead and I open this, and as you can see, there is already index. So if I open this and I want to check my site, as you can see, here my site is already loading. Let's give it the time to load. As you can see, the site, as you can see, I am this, I am this, I am this, and it has successfully brought my code for me. So I want to just check. So this is the way that you continually edit your code. So I just type, copy this, and I paste it right after this. Let me just use this. As you can see, the title that we created the head, we created the body, we created the HTML. If you check right in our body, as you can see, these are everything that we created. So let's just input it straight into the site to make it look very nice. So here my site, I'm just going to copy this my site. I'll copy it and I paste it in my title. I go ahead and I do that. After I successfully done that, I just go ahead and so one more thing that I want to do now is just all of this. I want to copy it and paste it in my body. So if I hit refresh, if I hit save and I go back to my page and I hit refresh, as you can see that my site is already displaying what I told it to display, and it already recognized the site. As you can see, what we wrote here: I am Joseph, software developer, my skill and software development. So that is the way that you can understand, or the way that you can go about it. If you want to understand some tips about HTML, you can just go ahead to HTML, or you go ahead to MDN Docs, Google Docs. You go to W3 Schools. You go ahead and you search for some informations. Right here you get some nice tips that you can use to be able to understand everything about HTML. Just take 30 minutes of your time and use it to read about HTML. You will see that you will get everything about HTML. So heading back into my code, I want to show you some stuff on the MDN developer docs. So you use it to build yourself. So this is MDN developer docs. And as you can see, this is HTML, this is CSS and every other information. I'll click on guide. So if I click on guide, it's going to take me into a place where I'm just going to see all the necessarily, see introduction, structure, introduction, multimedia, embedding. You just click on introduction, where to start, and just read along. Thank you for staying tuned to this video, and in my next video I'll be showing you what CSS cascading style sheet means and how we can link our HTML and our CSS together to give us a nice site. And this is the way that we are going to be building our site little by little. Just stay close to this site and ensure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification icon, so when I release a new video you will be always the first to be notified. So thank you. I'll see you right in my next video.